All right, we're back to work. Hey, it's Matt, BlindGuysGarage. We're back to work on the 67 Chevrolet Camaro with a 671 blower. Now, quick breakdown on this setup real quick so everybody knows if you haven't watched already. This is a 67 Chevrolet Camaro. This is a nice WN 671 blower sitting on top of a 1986 Monte Carlo 305 with supposedly 88,000 original miles. All we know at this point is that it runs. I'll show you that in 2 seconds. The transmission is a 700R4 of an 88 Chevrolet Camaro, IROC Z, I think. I don't know for sure, but either way, it came out of an 88 Chevrolet Camaro V8 car. All I know is it fits the car. We got a 2800 stall in it for the time being. So let's kind of see what we can get into. Today is going to be all the extra stuff that I haven't finished yet. Radiator, cooling system, trans lines. I'm probably not going to do it yet, but we will be adding an oil cooler to this thing for the big motor over there, as it's a filled block. So, you know, let's just see where we get so far. Exhaust, I have exhaust for this motor as well. So that's about it for the time being. So I'm gonna get under the car and do the crap under the car that nobody wants to see, or really nobody can see. And then I'm gonna get out here and do the radiator and cooling system and all that. I'm probably gonna have to chase some hoses. It's probably gonna be a couple days worth of video, but I'm sure it's gonna be short. So let's jump straight into it. Oh, and by the way, for those who are wondering, we're in Georgia and it's currently 38 degrees outside. And this thing actually starts pretty good. All right, bring it back. All right, well, we got the header off. Yep, another day again, I know. Got the header off. Get all the trans lines routed now. Let's see here, bring you in. So you got our trans lines routed in here, right here. They're gonna run down right here. They should clear the header nicely, right under the motor mount, straight to the front. Still don't have the radiator in yet. We was able to fix this wire harness that we were talking about right here. This harness needs to have something done with it. It's in my way and irritating the crap out of me. But if you look right here, there's a wiring harness right here. It's now bolted to the block. It's all tucked out of the way. Nothing's going to touch on the starter anymore. So there we go. And while we're in here, we're going to put a brand new trans pan on it. So this is why I'm delayed, because I didn't want to, I don't know. I glue a magnet to the bottom of a pan. This is an aluminum pan. So last thing you want is for your pan not to have a magnet in it. So there you go. It does not have a magnetic plug. So glue a magnet to it. Let it sit overnight. So it's been sitting about 12 hours. New pan gasket. And now we'll put it together. So bring it back in a little bit once we've done something else. All right. Well, we got the trans in. Let's get down here and take a look at it. Got the trans fully installed. Cross members in. Had to notch the back of it right here to get around this, the clearance around this pan. Didn't need as much clearance as I thought I needed. I made too much. But lines are all installed. This thing's ready to go. Drive shaft's in. I don't know if we can see it from this shot. There's the drive shaft all the way in, tightened up. Got her up in there in the back now. So now we're gonna put this driver's side header on. Yeah. Put this driver's side header on. So now we got a light. We can actually show you what's going on in here. Bolt this driver's side header back on right here. And then we will bolt some exhaust under it. So since it's been on the channel, it's never had exhaust on it. So let's walk around out here. I guess we're gonna pull out our old small block 350 exhaust that we had on it, I don't know, 10 years ago. So we keep a big old pile of scrap out there. Hey, there's the old tractor. We're gonna work on that soon. If you want to see more of that, let me know, because I caught it on fire the last time I moved it, and that's where it died. So yeah, so there's a pile of scrap metal. Well, here we go. Pull these guys out of the scrap pile. It's got an O2 sensor bung right here, which is nice. So as long as all the threads ain't boogered up on it, we'll be just fine. So for now, bring it back when we get to this part. All right, so that last little clip was a couple days ago. So here we are now. We have had this passenger side header, which I called a driver side header in the last clip, on and off 2 or 3 times to get all the clearance for our steel braided transmission lines and all that. So there we go. Headers are on, plug wires are on, old dipstick is in, which we didn't have when we originally cranked it. Just lean under the car. And let's see, we got no leaks going on. That's always good. You can see we got exhaust under here now. It's all right, nothing special about it, but it's got exhaust. So we should be good to test and see if we have gears in the transmission and if she cranks. So I've already put fluid down the transmission. I've put about 6 quarts in it, so it should be enough to make the tires rotate. I've adjusted the transmission linkage continuously until I got it close. So now let's see if we'll get some rotation. All right. All right, let's see what we got. All right, well, apparently the rear brakes need to be adjusted because they obviously ain't working very good. So, and this thing's rich, of course. Yeah. So yeah, when I threw it in park, the brakes obviously didn't stop the rear tires. Makes good for burnouts, not so good for stopping. So for now, I guess I'm gonna stop right here for the moment. I don't know if this will be the end of the video or not, but I've got some other things I gotta work on. I'm gonna make up a linkage. Whew, this thing's really rich. And we're gonna make up a linkage for the TV cable right here. And then I gotta change the throttle cable still. But I've got some other things I need to work on. So if you look right here, we've got a throttle cable coming out of the firewall. And that's this guy right here for the LS motor. If I had the oh, that's the wrong throttle cable. If I had, I don't know where the throttle cable is currently hiding at, but he's here somewhere. Either way. So you got this one here, it comes out of the firewall and it goes down and around, and there it is right there. I see her. There she is. So here's the end we have on it. And it's just got a little adapter head on it. So, you know, we'll see what we get into. But we've got to do some throttle cableage, and the TV cable right here is also going to have to find a way to be hooked up. Not even sure what we're going to do. I probably need to buy an adjustable TV cable for it, which is just another bit of a pain in the tail. So this may be the end of it. It may not. I don't know. We'll see. So as of right now, I think I'm going to bring you back in a little bit. But for now, you'll see coming next right here, or it might come before this. We're going to work on the big block over here because we got a new oil pan in for it. So bring you back in a bit. All right. Well, like I told y'all last time, wasn't sure if I was going to bring you back for the end of the video, for another video or not on this guy. Well, here we are. I've been playing with it randomly on and off. I've been working on other stuff, such as the big block Chevy over here, which if you hadn't seen it, it's already on the channel. But I'm waiting on parts, and I've just worked on it off. It's been about 2-3 weeks since I've touched, probably 2 weeks since I've touched this thing. So I guess that's it. We're waiting on an alternator bracket to get here because the one I had didn't work out right. I didn't even video any of it because I've tried 2 different alternator brackets. I've determined what we're going to do for power steering. So I've got a high mount power steering bracket where it used to be. I had it down on the cross motor. It's actually going to bring it up to about right here. And the causing problems was the alternator was sitting here and it was hitting the power steering pump. So we're actually going to have to get a special bracket, which I've ordered from Summit, and mount it on this side. Put a post on Facebook, see if anybody had any ideas before I went ahead and did it. Look at all the water on everything, how cold it is, I guess. Everything's sweating. That is fantastic. So, my beautiful polished blower don't even look polished anymore, does it? That's horrible. Let's see, watch this. There you go. Look at all the water. That's horrible. All right. But, I mean, that's about it right there. So, we'll get that part. Once I get some parts, we'll bring you back and start another video on it. But for now, I guess like, share, comment, subscribe. I read all the comments, answer all the comments. And if you like my content, you know, subscribe and keep in touch with us. I mean, we're always working on something. So for now, later.